I've waited for my husband for so many years, and I'm just getting mad, and I'm about to turn 40. There's a lot of stress on me right now.
8 out of 10 women who are childless didn't intend to be childless. It's called involuntary childlessness. Around about 10% of women are physically incapable of having kids for a variety of reasons. 10% said that they actually didn't intend to have children, and that leaves a whopping 4 out of 5 who didn't have children due to life circumstances. That's the most common reason for it, and the most common life circumstance is leaving it too late to find a partner and then have kids. You break through that fertility window on the other side. These women who get into their 40s, who always intended to have a family, who realize that they now can't, they go to support groups, and these women are grieving for families that they never had, which is just brutal. Like, to think that you can grieve for something that didn't occur.
Feminism told them to chase degrees, bags, and freedom. Now they're crying in support groups over kids they never had. They didn't choose childlessness. They prioritized everything else, calling it circumstances, until biology said too late.
I've waited for my husband for so many years, and I'm just getting mad, and I'm about to turn 40. There's a lot of stress on me right now.
This is what you get chasing the feminist fantasy. Years wasted on independence. Now furious and depressed at 40 with no husband in sight.
So you know when you're 40 and your love life isn't great because at best your choice in men has been questionable, but you have a friend that's in a similar position, so you don't feel quite so bad about it. And then 6 months ago your relationship ends, but she meets somebody, which is great. You feel really happy for her because she deserves it. You also feel sad for the loss of your relationship, the fact that you're 40 and single, still with no children. And then a couple of months down the line, you find out that your friend's new boyfriend is moving in. Then you find out that they're engaged, and now you find out that she's 8 weeks pregnant. And you so want to feel happy for her. But inside you feel so sad, because even though you don't desperately want children, you know that at 40, you're running out of time, and soon you won't have a choice at all.
They're not clapping. They're choking back tears behind fake lashes and forced grins. Why? Because it's not them in the white dress or rocking the stroller. It's the girl they called basic while chasing promotions and jawlines. Now it's Botox, brunch mimosas, and a group chat full of regrets dressed up as living my best life.
Okay. Or you could just be with someone who's on your level.
But why?
There's that too.
Like why are you guys so obsessed with being like, oh, I'm average, why don't you pay attention to me?
Well, because this is what's leading to unhappy women later on in life.
Like, no, where are you getting these stats from? Well, women enjoy being single.
Yeah, it
like,
is.
Like, women are very happy being single. Like, why do you think they're not
You're
going
actually
into relationships?
very unhappy being single. You might be happy right now when you might be happy right now. No, you might be happy right now when you're in your prime. Okay. When you're in your prime, you might be happy, but later on in life, you're going to want to have a companion. You're going to want to have someone.
How do you know that? Actually, a lot of
because
people are getting older, staying single, and just getting fucking hobbies over men.
The demographic of people that are on the most antidepressants are women in their like 40s to 50s or something like that.
They don't want the truth. They want to be coddled in lies that stroke their ego. Too proud to shut up and listen. Too fragile to face reality. So they argue, deflect, and spiral, then wonder why they end up bitter, alone, and pointing fingers at everyone but themselves.
You know what thought really scares me? That I think I'm too selfish to have children. There's like one day a week where I want like complete silence. I don't really want to talk to anyone. My husband does his own thing at night. I do my own thing. Like, I just want to take care of myself like one day a week. It's just my day. And when I have kids, if I have kids, that time is gone. The silence is gone. I'm 31. By the time my mom was 31, she already had me and my older sibling. So she already had 2 kids by the time she was 31. I'm 31, turning 32 this year, and I'm like So I'm a teenager. So I'm too young to have a kid. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm sure there's so many people who are also scared between 30 and like 35 or 30 and 40 and are just like, do I want a kid? Is the world gonna blow up? Oh my gosh.
At 32, she's chasing me time like it's gold, brushing off her man and putting kids on layaway. By 40, it's late-night tears and silent bedrooms, because that ticking clock she ignored, it stopped. And now peace feels a lot like loneliness wrapped in regret. How many more oof these women do we need for the younger generation to understand the real truth about feminism?
I'm gonna say something very controversial, but motherhood is a scam. Too many women have been lied to and deceived by society about motherhood. Everyone is celebrating being a mother, it's secret, it's divine, but no one has told women how hard motherhood actually is. I'm not a mom, but I'm a daughter and a friend to many other women. I have seen my own mother and a lot of my other girlfriends sacrifice their lives to motherhood. So my best friend just had a daughter 2 months ago, and she told me, Jessie, I know you don't want kids. If that's your plan, stick to it. Don't change your mind. And mind you, my friend actually got support. So when the baby was born, for the first month, she got a nanny living with them, taking care of the baby 24/7. She didn't have to lift a finger except for feeding the baby. And now her husband's parents are living with them, cleaning, cooking. She doesn't need to do much, but still she told me it's exhausting and her body is starting to have all the low problems. And not even to mention she lost a great career opportunity because of this. So my friend works in this big Chinese company, top tier in the industry. Her boss really values her because my friend is really good at what she does and she's ambitious. So her boss wants to send her to the US to manage the North American business. So she only needs to stay in the US for 2 to 3 years and then return back to China. Immediate promotion to higher leadership position. So basically the rest of her life is set. You know, you don't need to work hard anymore. You can just lay back, chill, great money, easy life. And now all of that is gone because you can't just leave your newborn baby and go to the US. And my friend told me her daughter is the best thing ever happened to her. She loves her so much. She wouldn't trade anything in the world with her daughter like all the other mothers. But still, she told me, you know what, being child-free is kind of nice. So
this is peak feminism. Women chase peace and not losing themselves chasing the feminist dream. But when they hit 40 alone, that peace turns into a prison. They screamed independence, yet can't stand the silence of loneliness they built with their own hands.
She gets up and she says, Patrick, this is very hard for me to say this. And let me tell you why it's very hard. I said, what's that? She says, ever since in high school, I wanted to prove to men that I can beat them. So when I graduated high school and college, I opened up my salon. We do very well. I've made millions of dollars. My people and my work that work at the salon, they do very well for themselves. I drive a nice car, I have a nice house, I have money, I have millions. I don't worry about any of that stuff. You know what decision I made last night? I said, what's that? She says, I want a husband. I no longer want to compete with men. I need them. And I'm like, what? She's saying this in front of 2,000 people with her sister sitting right next to her. Wow. And now she's getting emotional. How many 65-year-old women do we have to hear saying that I marched with the feminist movement and I bought into the fact that men are the enemy? I've never been married. I'm alone and I'm miserable and I wish I would have never bought into that philosophy.
Women work hard to show men they don't need men and then cry for being alone later on. Who is going to tell them? This is all their own damn doing.
For the first time ever since records began, 50.1% of women are childless by 30. So there are more women without children at 30 than there are women with children. The first time ever.
Well, somebody clipped a part of one of my podcasts, I believe it was, where I was talking about what our society does to 19-year-old women, or 18-year-old women, 19-year-old women. We just lie to them all the time. You know, the first lie is, there's nothing more important than your career, more or less by definition. So that's the first lie. The second lie is, there will be nothing more important to you in your life than your career. So that's the second lie. And then the third lie is, there should be nothing more important in your life than your career. So that's the third lie. What I've seen is that as women progress towards their late 20s, there's a psychological transformation. And what happens is that they place less emphasis on their career and way more emphasis, particularly on having a child.
Society, basically feminism, fed them lies, and yeah, nearly all of them swallowed it whole. Now they're sitting around waiting for Prince Charming while the clock's screaming, "You're 40 and alone!" Stop crying about wanting something normal, like it cancels out decades of bad choices. Time's up. Either face reality or rot in regret. But don't expect the world to pause for your delusion. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.